Hey, Genshin Impact asked me to fix the Stygian Onslaught. Okay, I will fix it, Genshin Impact. Which of the following behaviors best describes your playing habits in combat challenges? Get all the rewards and try again for better results. Amen. Which of the following statements best describes your participation in the Stygian Onslaught Incursion Repeller event? I have participated, very much so. I just completed Dire, C0R1 or even R0. Overall, how satisfied are you with the Stygian Onslaught Incursion Repeller? Somewhat satisfied. I just think it needs some tweaking. Like it's a really good base. You just got to work on it. Like Imaginary Theater came out, in my opinion, in a much worse state. Although maybe if we say this, they'll improve more. But maybe they'll be like, fuck this, we'll never make Endgame again. Say it's ass. No, you're rage baiting. Rage gets clicks and views, bro. Fuck. I'm being honest. It's actually a really good foundation. But maybe Unsatisfied will make them want to improve more. It sucks. It's just HP inflated bosses. Baby's first time playing Genshin Impact. Okay, sorry. I do think there could be more interactive mechanics, but the second boss is objectively, there's a lot of skill involved and many different accounts can do it because there's a lot of different teams you can do. Talpa, difficulty 5 is fair. Difficulty 6 is a character check. And then the third boss is unfair. The third boss shouldn't be there. Anyways, we'll talk about it when we get there. Well, I'll do someone. I think it's either of these. It kind of depends on what I want them to see. I'm going to click this. Actually, no, fuck you. I'm clicking this. What are your reasons for your... Oh, fuck. Now they say reasons for your satisfaction. I got the bad ending. I want to complain. There's some like, I'm a fair man. I will praise the praisable elements, and I will complain about the complainable elements. Let me complain first, then I'll praise. I'll do both. What are your reasons for your dissatisfaction? Okay, let me tell you, and then I'll tell you what I am satisfied with. So, characters cannot be deployed repeatedly in stages at higher difficulties. Honestly, I'm not clicking that because, yes, I would use Bennett like twice, but I like having to build multiple characters. Not, I mean, it is what it is. Not every content's for every account. The time required to earn the rewards I want is too long. It's ambiguous. The Leyline Disturbance Outbreak duration is too short. I don't like the gameplay of combat challenges. I had poor co-op experiences. The gameplay requires too many characters. That's like almost the same as that. I'm not interested in all the rewards. What? It is too difficult to obtain the reward. Sure. Combat experience in the stage is bad. The combat for some stages is too difficult. The rewards at higher difficulties is not attractive to me. I don't have a suitable party to challenge some stages. Honestly, other, bro. So, okay, let me give you what I think, and then I'll tell you, we'll figure out what we click, okay? This is my take. I think there's negatives and positives. The negatives are, one, starting with no energy is uninteractive, not fun, and just like Favonius propaganda. I don't think it makes it more challenging. It's just annoying, and it favors some characters that can do like rotations with just their skill, okay? Especially newer ones, but to be fair, even some newer teams do need the energy, but it does favor them a bit more, I'd say. So that's annoying. The zero energy is annoying. I think another annoying thing, some of the bosses that either are in there now or could be there in future rotations, okay? What does that mean? It means some bosses are there's a lot of room for counterplay, team building. For example, the pyro guy in the middle, while sometimes he's just annoying, it allows you to like for me to clear Dire, I used Amber. Amber was like the best character I could have used. Klee is a lot better than usual. A lot of weird things you can do can help you clear it. On Dire, I've seen Walani clear. I've seen I've seen Varessa clear. I've seen Chlorine clear. I've seen Kanich clear. All C0. I've seen C2 Raiden, which is different, but you get the point. So that's cool. But on the flip side, the fucking Cryo guy, the third boss, it's basically Skirk or Escoffier for difficulty 6, it's Skirk Escoffier. For difficulty 5, it's usually either Skirk or Escoffier. I did see a 4-star clear, which is good. I think that's cool. It is very much like that boss is kind of shilly. So some of the boss selections could be a problem. Like what if the next one has an even more annoying one or less annoying one? But anyways, that's just a complaint. That's not as big to me as the zero energy, but it does make for it could lead to a bigger problem, which is, let's say, like obviously they want to make money. I get it, but if you really need like a specific banner character for something, it's very annoying versus an enemy that has mechanics you can play or build a team around, but maybe you have like 10 characters to choose from instead of like 2. Also, positive and negative for the rewards. Positive is something I asked for a while is for something hard. All the primo gems and the really at least all the primo gems should be easy to get. Then every reward that's useful for your account should also be attainable. And then the higher difficulties should be something cosmetic. A skin, a name card, a weapon skin, a pet, something cool, but not needed. And for me, that's avoiding FOMO. It's okay, difficulty, whatever. You get like a animated name card, you get a skin, you get whatever. Because then people that want to grind can get it, or whale, but ideally it's balanced in a way that you don't have to, but we'll talk about that. Whereas every like casual player or whatever can hop in maybe with a little bit of like building and not just like eyes closed, get the Primo Gems, and ideally like whatever, Mora or whatever the hell, the feathers. As it stands right now, I have 2 issues. Number 1 is I think the 5th difficulty feather is achievable. Like I've seen 4-star only clears. I've seen like 1 5-star clears. It's definitely achievable. I think it should be a little bit more. Let me form my thought. I think difficulty 5 is balanced. Well, okay, how many teams can you do for 5? Talpa, you can Hyper Bloom, so it's fine. And you can Shangling. Second boss, you can Overload. Third boss is a bit annoying. I think difficulty 5 third boss, for the average player, you want either Skirk or Escoffier. I think 5 difficulty wise is good. I just think, okay, I have 2 of mines. I'm thinking either it's hard enough that it's good, or there should be a bit of an easier way for people to get the feather, like having rewards being achievable in co-op, which you can't. But I still think 5, because people have cleared with 4 stars only, and because like the first half and second, like the first and second bosses have a lot of teams you can use, I think is good. Like free to play or low spender, you can just build really well and build good teams. And then as a whale, obviously it'll be easy. The only thing is I think the third boss is a bit too niche of what you can use. It's really just, I have a problem with the enemy. I think outside of that, 5 is fine and I enjoy it. For 6, I think the jump is kind of crazy. Now, for me, 6 was really fun to do. It took me really long, but I did it. C0, some R1s. Now, with that said, I think 6, I think there should be like a base difficulty. I think there should be like a 6 right now should be 7. 7 should be 8. And there should be a something between 5 and 6 for like maybe level 1 of a cosmetic. Just because I think the gap between 5 and 6 is really big to where it's not expected for C0 R1 to clear. Like I did, and many people have, like not many people, but a decent amount have, because they're good at the game or have really, really good builds, which is fine. I want that. But I think that should be 7, and then 6 should be tuned, and then there should be 8 for whales. But maybe that's whatever. But I do think the gap is really big. And also, yes, it is C0, but it is also R1, and R1 usually implies signature for your DPS, but also for like the supports. So it's more. But okay, I think 6 is dolphin investment. For most people, that's like a C1 or a C2. At least for the base of the skin, it should be achievable C0 or like 0.5. Like I don't think you should need that many signatures for the average high investment, really good player. Like even for me, and I'm not glazing myself, I was like, okay, I can only play Malwika in the first half. I can only play Skirk in the third. Second, I have flexibility, and even then I need signature weapons if I'm C0. So I think for like the first level of the skin, it could be a little bit easier, but I also like that there's hard content, so I wouldn't remove that difficulty. I would just add another level. But that's just me. And it would be just a cosmetic reward, so it wouldn't like hurt people. Now, with that said, there's a lot of stuff I do like. I like that it was challenging. I like that some bosses actually had a lot of interactive gameplay. I like that some team building was cool. I like that you had to use 12 characters. I know some people are like, I don't have 12 characters. That's fine. Keep playing. You'll get 12 eventually. Like, I know that sounds like a shitty thing to say, but you can get all the primos and the rewards, except 5, which is why I'm like, maybe co-op should get rewards. I'm not sure how I feel yet. 5 onwards, it's like, okay, this is for when you reach endgame, which I think more endgame is good. It's what we've been wanting for fucking 5 years. I think the rewards are almost designed really well. Yeah, the difficulty 6 thing but the balancing I talked about, and that it could have a shill boss, and especially, I think there should be a reward that is permanent, some form of cosmetic. Now, listen, I get the FOMO element. I get it. Okay, you don't want to release a skin that people need to whale for, or the devs assume you need to whale for, because it'll be like X difficulty, and then you're like, hey guys, pull, and then like I get that it looks bad, and I don't want that. I don't want you to spend your money on a video game that you might quit. However, I think there should be something that stays. So my proposal is a currency. You get like 1 credit when you clear, and then you could buy a skin shop that it'll add all the like skins that expire or whatever, and you can buy them, or they don't expire, but like skin per rotation. You can pick your favorite with 1 currency, and even if you don't get it now, if you clear in a year, you get 1 currency, and then you can choose your favorite. So for those that can clear now, you get a bunch of skins. For those that clear in a year, you can choose 1, but you don't feel pressured to pull now because, okay, well, next rotation maybe, or in 2 rotations, or when my account's better. So I think something like that, where there's a permanent thing, but it doesn't FOMO you, I think is good. I get the point of not wanting to encourage whaling, but I also think that there should be something to grind for. That doesn't expire in 10 days. Like I just spent like multiple days grinding and I got it, but it's gone in a week. I also agree. So I don't think more HP equals more difficult. Genshin's hard to, they're not good at adding other forms of difficulty. Okay, like yes, HP means harder, but it doesn't mean mechanically harder. Like yes, you have to dodge for longer, but like if it's just a blob and you just do a rotation, like when I play Skirk, my finger dead ass hurts. I'm not exaggerating because I'm spamming normal attack. Like I'm literally spamming, my muscle hurts. Like my joints are in pain because it's not like I'm misplaying. I'm just mashing my normal attack key. N5 dash, N5 dash, N5 dash. Like having HP sponges is one type of content that I think is fine. But I also think there could be other forms of difficulty, like having to dodge more or having to do interactive team building. I think that team building thing and interactive boss mechanics is the best. In like this Onslaught, for example, I think the second boss kind of did that. It still had a lot of HP. So many different teams could clear it because, not that many, but like more than the others, at least in Dire, because you could do like, okay, a ton of pyro app, time your rotations properly. Like it's a lot more actual skill than just like, oh, here's an HP sponge, I hope you have enough cryo. Sometimes it's like, okay, like you're fighting against the clock, but there's like ways to outplay it outside of just get better artifacts. But then there's also some that are artifact checks, which I think is fine. Sorry, why? Because we've been farming for like 4 years and there's no place to show it. So I'm happy that we have somewhere for that. I think there should be both. I think there should be HP sponges and there should also be difficulty mechanics and difficulty of like dodging. Maybe like they could release a boss, no timer, like a 10-minute timer, whatever, and it's just like a 1v1, like a hologram. Like you have to dodge a lot and you also have to do damage, but it's more a skill check than a DPS check. I like to complain to give feedback so they improve, but I also am very happy that this exists. Like it gave me something to crown a character for, which is crazy because I've never had to. Having to just like edge out that last little increase in DPS past just floor 12, I think is really cool. Stitching on it for the Onslaught feels way overtuned. The fact that people can't get dust from 5 in co-op, disappointing. Hoyo needs to tone down scalings. Let whales enjoy 6, but others should be able to get dust from 5. I don't mind if dust you can get from co-op. I am obviously like at the point where I can clear it. I don't think it's the biggest deal if like, I don't think it's a big deal if more people get dust. I also don't think it's a big deal if you miss 1 dust. I think the more people getting rewards, the better, as long as there's still a challenge. So I don't mind 5 being doable in like co-op or whatever. Because then it's like, even if you feel like it's cheating, who cares? Like it's a reward in a single player game. I'm indifferent on that one. Stitching Onslaught is actually good. It's not perfect, but it's nice that the cryo automaton is awful. No, and honestly, the cryo automaton is awful. That is something I was complaining about. But the mode itself is nice. Just don't look at leaks. Okay, well, I don't know the next lineup. It might be worse. But I think content that's balanced towards C0 R1 it's okay. But C0 R1 plus supports R1 plus top 0.1% build is a little bit excessive. Oh, wait. Actually, that's not a bad take I see in chat. What they could do, I might write this in the survey. I do think what they could do is they could keep exactly the same difficulty 6. So you scale it up, right? 6 is 7. 7, they add a 7. No, and then current 7 becomes, they add a 8. Current 7 is 8. If you clear it under any time, okay, no timer, as long as you clear it, you get like level 1 cosmetic. Then if you clear in whatever the current time is, like 2 minutes per thing, then you get the next cosmetic, and then the current whale one is the third one. I think you just make it 3 levels. First one, no timer, or there is a timer, but if you failed, you keep going. Keep going, clear it. Boom, you get level 1 skin, level 1 whatever. Then, if you clear in the current exact time, you get the next one. And then if you clear in the whale one, you get the whale one. I think that's better. Or you can make it like the Abyss. It has like a omega long timer, like 10 minutes, so that you can't clear with like a level 1 weapon. But like, whatever, 10 minutes. And then like with Abyss, you lose the stars at like 7. In this case, it would be after 2 minutes, so 8. And then whatever. Not having energy is fun. It's a challenge. You are Satan. If I enjoy a challenge, but enjoying not having energy is not fun. I mean, not having energy, even though it's technically harder, it is not fun. Maybe give half energy, maybe, bro. It's the gimmick of the mode. All right, well, I think it's a bad gimmick. And it favors characters like Skirk, Mawika, Vares, characters that came out recently. You can enjoy it, but I don't think it's healthy. How satisfied are you with the combat experience against the 3 bosses? Difficulty 5, Tulpa, decent. Middle boss, great. Last boss, fucking stupid. Difficulty 6, Tulpa, go fuck yourself. Middle boss, great. And last boss, for me with Skirk, easy as fuck. I first tried it, but without Skirk, I would hate my life. So dissatisfied. So it varies based on the boss. I'm gonna do this one. Although I really like middle boss, I click this. I'm glazing the middle boss, bro. I'm glazing it. Like I'm glazing that boss. But the other ones, At least the third one. Reasons for the dissatisfaction. There are too many boss mechanics to remember. No, that's good. This is skill, bro. If you click this, you are making the game worse. The stage boss mechanics are too complicated. No, like that's what we want. We want hard mechanics, not just HP sponge. Characters cannot be deployed repeatedly. I don't care. I don't have a suitable character or good team. Yes, because like, again, for the third boss, characters start with, it's here. Please click this, please, bro. Please click this. I almost don't want to click anything else. What I think would be better for the game. I have every character, so if I don't start with energy and I have every fab weapon, I can like still be fine. But I think it isn't fun and it isn't a challenge. Boss HP/attack settings feel unbalanced, making fights frustrating. I was thinking maybe not, but then I remembered that off stream I told the Hydro Tulpa to unalive itself maybe 10 times, so I will click this just to stay true to myself. Less HP, more attack, deal? Yes. The bosses should be deadly. The fight is a bit unfairly frustrating sometimes. The Hydro Tulpa has a lot of RNG in its attack pattern. I think that babies spawning, you can control that. I think that's skill. I could be wrong, but it does seem like you can control the spawn. But there is still a lot of RNG when he shields, if he gets a second shield, how he hits you. Like, there is a lot of like annoying stuff, and it's also 17 million HP. The spawn location of the mini Tulpa is RNG. Okay, well, there you go. Well, I'm not okay. A lot of people are saying it's RNG. Okay, there you go. But I know that when I stayed in front of him, I got more of the babies. Like, I don't think it's completely random. There might be some. Would you be willing to participate? Yes, 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 yes. Please, like, this is okay. This is my take. Complain because you're passionate about like that. Like, I view this as like a sports team. Okay, I want it to win, so I'm rooting for it. But when it fucks up, I'm like, fuck you, bro, do better. Okay, so I'm definitely willing to do more. What motivates you to participate? The roars are attractive. Sense of achievement using the characters I built. Building, I want to click all of these, bro. I actually want to click all of these. Clicking challenges, yeah. Progressing through challenges with invested characters feels meaning. Yes, bro, yes. I get a sense of accomplishment. Yes. Wait, that's the same as this. Oh no, achieve the objectives using characters I built. Select other, then type all of the above. Honestly, yes. Highest difficulty, you've cleared Dire, baby. I'm the fucking GOAT. What motivates you to challenge Dire? I hate myself. The stages are challenging and engaging. Beating my previous records make me feel like I'm improving. Yes, but not for Dire. Progressing through challenges with invested characters feel meaningful. I want my favorite character to become the exalted ones. The rewards offered at Dire are attractive. I want to prove my combat skills. How satisfied are you with the time required to earn the rewards? Is that like investment? Because can I be honest? Time required, good. Wallet required? How long you played, not investment. I see. I'm happy. Like, it took me a while to do 6. That I want a game mode that I can spam all day because it's hard. I like that. I don't want it to be unfair, but I do want it to be long and hard. Pause. So I think that I'm satisfied with. How difficult did you find it? I mean, for a guy like me, it was very easy. Brother, this is your job. We ain't doing this. Disagree. I played RuneScape for 12 hours a day when I was a full-time student. Play games off stream, and I wish I had a reason to play them past just the day reset. That's not forced for people that don't want to. If all you want is Primo Gems, you go in, you go out. But if you want to play more, I think there should be something. Job mentioned, please warn us. I'm sorry, trigger warning, employment. It's definitely very difficult. What if I click somewhat so they're like, I bet. How interesting? I mean, very interesting. It is. How satisfied are you with the weapon appearance? I mean, I like it. I think difficulty 5 isn't really an upgrade. I like 4. I like this one, or what, you know what I mean? I think the gold one is kind of whatever, but I like the base one. I personally would also like more than just a weapon skin, like a character pet, like a pet that follows you, or like a banner or something to your profile. It's an open world game. The content is exploration and quests. You ignore it and focus on the gambling for gears and combat. Yeah, see, so I'm glad you typed that because I can use your message as a scapegoat to say my point. That's just not true. People play for different reasons. If it's like you can't just be like, oh, it's only a questing game, so we shouldn't have combat. Fuck you, bro. They added like the best combat system I've seen in a long, like, there's not the best places to showcase the combat system, but the reaction system's just good. Like, it is just well designed. So there should be content for each type of player, including combat. I like the combat. You might like lore. You might like exploration. You might like the teapot. That's fine. I don't think the T-bot should be deleted because I don't care about it. I think this could be I'm going to do somewhat satisfied. I like the idea of weapon skins. I like that we have some. Could be better. We could get cooler ones. We could get different skins, whatever. But I like, you know, hey, big fan. I love Genshin Impact and maybe I should say and Hoyover. Okay, yeah. I love Genshin Impact. Would like to kindly provide some feedback to help improve the game that I love. Here are some amazing ideas. Please consider. May I suggest the following additions? Remove the energy. That shouldn't be 1. That should be like 2. No, I'll keep it at 1. Remove the 0 energy, because even though I would want some other things a bit more than this is the thing they're most likely to do. So if they do it, I can be like, holy shit, devs, listen, bro. I'm gonna keep it at 1. Remove the 0 energy start. While it does artificially inflate difficulty, it is not very interactive or satisfying. That is not simply forces you onto Favonius weapons and wastes 10 seconds of your time, as well as favoring newer characters gameplay wise. Additionally, nobody likes not having energy. Compromise equal 50 energy start. Or like half. Half is fine because then you can use your skills and get your bursts. Tell them 0 energy gives you anxiety. When my energy is at 0, I get stressed. Shao is legit 6 times worse with no energy. You can't book either. Like, you're just stuck there for 20 seconds. I know you're gonna be like, Shao low, Shao low, Shao low. But bro, you need old characters to still be good for the game to be like well balanced, okay? And Shao is good, but with no energy, he's a lot worse. And in single target content, which all the endgame is now for some reason, he's a lot worse too. Why don't we have more AoE content? Let me add that in the fucking AoE, please. Bosses, while... Oh yeah, also the timer thing. Please read. Yo, they're gonna read it, bro. While I really appreciate the challenge of both difficulty 5 and 6, I believe that the jump between the two is massive and discouraging. I do not want it to be easier. No, I have a better solution. Add another difficulty in between with a cosmetic, skin level 1, where we have to defeat dire difficulty, but under 10 min, similar to Abyss, instead of 2, basically allowing players to defeat it without a timer and still get a basic reward. Then the 180 second per boss is next reward. Then the 180 total is next. We can have a lot more leeway. They have a lot more leeway. And I did a boss. While bosses like the lava dragon are very interactive and counterable, I played Amber. Others, like the cryo dumbass, what's his name? What's the cryo guy? Character shill E, and require too few viable characters to be considered interactive and fun. Solution: 5 bosses to select 3, allowing players to select 3 of 5 bosses that better suit their account. Toggle constellations, skip button, more skins, real artifact presets, please. No more Shao sets, more Fatui, all playable, please. You will make money. Aboba, let Zyok's voice act an NPC. Okay. They're not reading that. More men. Delete Mawika's bike and Tribby. Wait, you might be cooking. Grown man, by the way. Yo, what? Okay, sorry, bro.